Good evening, I'm Michael Pingator, and this is my third experimental blog thing. I'll be answering the questions in a slightly different format this evening, with a partially funny answer and a partially serious answer. So it's not all just dicks and turds like last time. So get ready to enjoy the show.
The first question tonight is from Liz C. I came home from work with a notice saying my apartment is under new management today. Don't they have to give me more than a 0 days notice about this kind of thing?
As far as I understand it, that landlords can bone you over at any given time for whatever reason they feel like it, because they are landlords, lords of the land, or in medieval terms, lords of the fee, which means they collect money from you and then they bone you over. It's like an insurance company, except for instead of like a multinational corporation, it's one fat hairy guy wearing a Dago tee and maybe pants, who listens to music way too loud at night, if he lives in there too, and is just super gross. Anyway, the actual answer is, because of the research I actually did this time, so I was just dicking around for like a week playing DS games, which is why this is so late. They have to give you 45 days notice of change in management, because they got to know, you have to be informed that there's a change in where your checks are going to pay the scum lords. So you can't just change that on you and be like, oh, guess what, you're paying this guy now. It's a little too shady. Sounds a little bit like Canadian fraud, which you don't think that will let you happen because Canada is such a nice place for use. Okay, and
Our next question is from Zachary Edward Brundage, and it is, why is Flapjack so much better than Chowder and any other kids show?
well, Mr. Zach, for the funny part of this question, I would say that the sheer insanity that is Flapjack probably provides like 80 to 100% of the humor, because of the illusions you can usually make whenever they say candy. Replace it with booze or drugs, and it makes the show super adult. And also, the extremely gross close-in shots like they used to use for Ren and Stimpy, amazing. And Chowder is a pile of shit. Let's just be honest here. I'm sorry, a pile of garbage. Oh no, adult content. Have to mark that on my YouTube upload. But it is pretty much garbage. It's like, oh look, a fat kid. There's fat jokes, and look, there's that monster supposed to be ethnic. Rog. Stupid. So stupid. Slapjack is just the best, because you got pirates, you have a whale who, by the way, is sassy. A sassy whale. No. It's just the best. Especially the episode with the candy rock, where the captain goes insane and he tries to eat Flapjack's head. It's like his lollipop, and he thinks he's got demon eyes. It is amazing. Okay, I gotta wrap this up.
Our next question is from the lady Sherry Bush, and she asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Jokingly, where don't I see myself in 10 years? I see myself on the moon, conquering Mars, quelling race riots. A dog. I don't know. I can't see myself not anywhere. It's definitely somewhere in 10 years. There's some bubbles going on in the background. Everyone should be made of. That is Scott Pilgrim, right there, from Scott Pilgrim's Finest Hour. Bubbles, I gotta wrap this up. I'm being yelled at by my producer, and the dog is looking at the wall. But yeah, anywhere in 10 years. Literally, I could be anywhere in 10 years. I could be in your home, watching you watch this in 10 years. It's true. I don't know, are you a fortune? Shut up. Fortune teller psychic guy. Anyway, I could also have a job, have a family, successful career, watching a dog chew on her own foot, as I'm actually watching right now. Look at her go. Clear to go, folks. This is live. This is not okay. We've got the dog to stop chewing on her foot. She looks kind of pissed. Yeah. So I would like to have a job and a family and a house in 10 years, but I'm gonna be like 34. I better have some grandkids. And my mother's gonna shoot me because she's Catholic, and Catholics roll like that. And we out.
Our next question is from Andrew Soap, and it is, what are your thoughts about Tom Hanks' recent comments about the motivations for the war in the Pacific vis-a-vis racism and our drive to annihilate the Japanese for being, quote, different? Tracy Brunson response.
I know what he was driving at, but I think what he meant to say was, because the question was, from what I read online, the question was posed to him weird. Because I guess you could break it down like this. It wasn't because they were different from us we went to war with them. It's because they attacked us. We went to war with them, which that makes sense. But what I think what I meant to say is, why did we hate them so much during wartime, but come to hate them? And like people, I mean, like if you watch that show, The Pacific, they do racist comments, kind of bandied about a lot. So those were the times. You couldn't. It was just those were the times, because the Japanese had never been viewed with like a full sense of honesty by Americans. Always been viewed as like not taken seriously. They were taken seriously. They just weren't taken honestly because they were like shifty Easterners and whoa. Yeah, and there was all. I mean, like, because if you can look back to like the laws in California back in the day, where Japanese people couldn't own property for certain types of reasons. It was just silly. I mean, like Americans had never really trusted Asians, and World War II certainly didn't help that. So, but I think what Tom Hanks meant to say is that we came to dislike them during war, then we came to understand them, but we also at the same time didn't understand them, but kind of glazed over. But the man's an actor. He is not a historian. This is very clear. Not a historian. Student of history, not an actor. Tom Hanks, actor, student of history too, but not someone you should ask, hey, Mr. Hanks, what did you think of the great 1918 stock exchange crisis? Don't ask him that. He doesn't know. Leave the man alone. Let him just tussle your hair, okay? Just shut up. Leave Tom Hanks out of this.